What's up, Oscar? How you doing? Oscar Hilton, good to see you in the chat. Just getting things set up here. Apologies for the delay. YouTube does not make it easy to live stream. Very cumbersome. Takes like 10 minutes to get things going. Alright, Algorand Pump stream. Probably last one of the year, potentially. Yeah, definitely, because I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow night. Good to see everybody in the chat. I got 4 people in here now. Algorand's about $1.77. Just caught a bid here on the 30-minute chart. Looking pretty strong. Let me know how you're doing out there. Oscar's all up in the chat. I'll be right back. I gotta find something. Oh no, I think that works. I'm trying to keep my freaking iPad up here so I can see the chat. Give me 2 seconds. Alrighty, there we go. I got my setup here. Algorand breaking through resistance at $1.76. Let's look at the 1 hour here. We got the ALGO rewards announcement that came out about a day ago, and things are really shooting up since then. Very, very bullish for Algorand. Pretty amazing too that it's pumping this hard off of just the news that the ALGO rewards is getting, I think, $3 million. So this coin really wanted to pump. It is up 11% over the last 24 hours. It was up yesterday. It is destroying the BTC pair. Pretty much outperforming everything in the market currently. Even outperforming Matic. Atom. Atom's been going crazy too. Oh, Oscar's in London. Very cool. I love London. That's like my favorite city in the world. Used to date a girl that was from London and went over there a few times for Wimbledon. And I just freaking love that city. Except I don't like that the bar is shut down at like 9 o'clock. That's like the most annoying thing ever for like an American who's from New York City and used to everything being open until like 3 a.m. Skewed Minds in the chat. What's up, dude? He says, let's go. I've been doing some DeFi swaps with Tiny Man. Scored a lot of Algo coins and it was cheap last week. Nice work. Yeah, I can't wait till the end of the year because I'm going to start getting into the DeFi world. My taxes are such a mess because I own my own business and like taxes just totally suck. So I wanted to wait until the end of the year to really get into the DeFi world because my accountant right now would just have no idea what to do with that. So I figure I'll start doing those kind of like, you know, outside of centralized exchange stuff here in the new year, and then take a year and figure it out, or find a better accountant that can deal with crypto because he's always had so many issues with trying to figure out losses and gains and things. Skewed, how are you doing? You're in Pittsburgh, I believe, right? You guys working tomorrow? Alrighty. Yeah, Skewed out in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I just found out I don't have to work tomorrow. I was thinking I had to work tomorrow, but just realized that it's like an official day off, so I don't have to work. So fuck it, let's do a stream. Yeah, that is a gorgeous looking chart. Yeah, the fundamentals. I mean, not the fundamentals, but the market structure looks so bullish for algo. It's like the only, even. I mean, it looks even more bullish than Atom when you look at it from all the indicators that we kind of rely on in the industry. It looks so freaking bullish. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely possible to get up to that 190 resistance probably before the end of the weekend. I mean, the way things are pumping right now, especially if the rest of the market really turns around here. Oscar's working tomorrow. That's no good, but there we go. Trying to spread that out a little bit. What kind of work do you do there in London town, Oscar? I'm currently in Omaha, Nebraska. Not quite as exciting as London. That's for sure. Skewed, yep. And yeah, I get off at a reasonable time though. And yeah, DeFi is more speed than NFTs. Algo governance is open. I'm in. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to get into Algo DeFi, especially just Algo staking in general. Because I believe, I mean, like Algo has pretty decent airdrops. I mean, Atom, like I think my biggest holding right now is Atom. So I'm going to start staking that basically January 1st to get those airdrops. But what's the deal with Algo? Does Algo have a whole lot of airdrops coming up? Because I know with Atom and Terra, that's the huge benefit there is that whole ecosystem. Just from like a marketing perspective, you get a ton of sweet airdrops from just staking your Atom and staking your Terra. Software developer, nice. Very cool. Are you working remotely there in London? I imagine your Omicron is probably as bad as it is here in the U.S. Pretty much everyone I know has COVID. Yeah, Atom looking good. Soul looking good. I'll try to get Atom a little closer to Matic. Looking decent. But yeah, Algo Pump Fest. So the Algorand market cap currently is 11 million, fully diluted 17 or 11 billion. 11 million would be sweet. $17 billion market cap. 19 breaking into the top 20 algo. Love to see it. Oscar says, yep, I expect UK lockdown in the new year. Oscar says, quite a few airdrops for ASAs in the past. Twitter has a load. Nice. And ASAs is like Algorand standard assets or something. And do you get those just for staking Algorand? Price prediction this time next year. I would say Algorand, I don't know. Algorand's so tough because the market cap's already 11 billion. I think as long as the rest of the market doesn't totally crap itself, I think, Algorand can certainly get up there with the Terras. I think Terra, I think it could even get up to Terra's range even quicker than that, because seems like the sentiment in the industry is really starting to turn around on Algo, and even some of the bigger whales are starting to look at it. So Algorand is 18th right now. That's crazy. Like 2 seconds ago we were looking at it and it was 19th, and it just passed Uniswap. Gotta love that. That was so weird. We were just looking at it and it was 18. Now it's 19. Now it's 18. That's insane. It's just on top of Uniswap by like $10 million. Just nuts. $1.75 up 19% in the last 7 days. A lot of that's happened just in the last 48 hours. 11 billion. Terra is 30 billion. Yeah, I think it could certainly 3x. So like that, putting it in the top 10. I think Algorand's definitely a top 10 coin in my opinion. Obviously not financial advice. And then, yeah, like a 8x would be Binance coin. Yeah, I think that's a little harder, but yeah, I could get up into the Solana area, 5x. So yeah, I think, stretch goal, maybe 5x, which would put it at whatever, $5, $6 or something. And then Terra, I think at some point, I can't imagine Algorand's not going to break into the top 10. And it kind of just depends on where the market is at that point. So yeah, I think the 3x is certainly in its future. Probably not anytime soon, but maybe if it keeps pumping like this. It's going to have a tough time getting through that resistance. It really shot up above there really quick there. And I was like, I had planned on doing the stream at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time here. And then realized, oh my gosh, it's pumping. I got to start the stream now. Oscar says ASAs are standard assets, can be liquid or illiquid, like Yieldly, Opulus. Gotcha. Sweet. So, and you get that just for staking Algorand. You get those like ASA airdrops, I imagine. Let's see here on the 4 hour. Smash up those likes if you guys could. That would be awesome. I'm going to go run and grab my other computer real quick. Oscar says you can swap your Algorand for an ASA using TinyMan DeFi exchange. Oh, gotcha. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'm starting January 1st. I'm getting hardcore into Algo's DeFi because I can't imagine all the money that's been pumped in and all the incentives. It's just gonna be like free money for probably a good 4 to 5 to 6 months. And I would bet that's how we're gonna get up to the top 10 is with all the incentives and all the DeFi, all that liquidity that's sitting in Terra right now, all the liquidity that's sitting in Solana, all the liquidity that's sitting in AVAX is going to find its way over to Algorand. And I guarantee you, probably by Q2, we'll be in the top 10, I would imagine. Not guaranteeing, not, whatever, but Falcon says, hopefully $3, Oscar. Yeah, definitely can see that happening. Oscar says, some ASAs can be bought on other exchanges. Gotcha. Oh my god, I just realized I've been talking the entire time and didn't even have the sound on. So yeah, what I was saying just a second ago was I don't even remember. But yeah, it looks like we're coming down below the resistance at one. I think the resistance is about 174-ish, 175. So if we can break above that, I think 190 is no problem from here. Oscar says, what percent of your bag, if any, are you putting into governance? Right now, I'm putting in none into governance, just because I'm waiting for the year to get over, the tax year here in the U.S., to start playing around in DeFi, because our taxes are a mess here in the States, and my accountant's an idiot, so I didn't want to have to deal with that this year. So yeah, I'm putting that off until next year, but getting big into like Algo DeFi and the rest of the kind of DeFi world in January. But I would say at least percentage of my bag overall in general, Algo is probably about like 10% of my, maybe not even 10%, but probably about 7 or 8% of my total portfolio. But yeah, very excited to get into the whole governance game and the DeFi world now that 2021's almost behind us. Oh, what percentage of my bag am I putting in for taxes? Yeah, I have a bunch in stable coins that I'm just kind of like leaving there until I see what my tax bill is, because I did sell a ton of Bitcoin, and I'm gonna have a huge tax hit from that. So yeah, basically my tax bill is just sitting in my BlockFi, earning interest on the stable coins. So I think here capital gains is pretty rough. So I have probably about 20 to 30% in stable coins right now. Actually more than that. I think it's like 40% in stable coins. So kind of stuff that's on the side to buy during dips, and then also to wait for that stupid tax bill that I'm gonna have to pay for. Oasis Rose, another good ecosystem. Yeah, Oasis is killing it the last couple days. I know a lot of people aren't big fans of Oasis, but I looked into it and it looks really promising. Falcon Azul. I love that name, Falcon Azul. Oscar says, how long do you expect this run to go for? Do you mean the Algorand run here, or just the market run in general, Oscar? General market run. I think we're probably going to go well into 2022. Because if you look at the length of the market cycles, I wouldn't even though a lot of people think we're going to get a big dump in January, I think it's going to probably keep going into late Q1, probably even to Q2, because I think we probably have another 4 to 5 months in this cycle. But I'm a big believer in kind of the super cycle idea. I think we're going to keep on going, because at this point, everybody that hates cryptocurrency and all the weird FUD out there, everyone kind of understands that it's here to stay at this point. And I think, in the last cycle, I don't know if you guys were around, but crypto just seemed so scammy and everyone was skeptical of it. But now that we have like big institutions in the market, I think, for new investors, new retail, it's just going to be a lot more enjoyable and a lot more exciting to ape in retail wise to crypto than it is to, traditional or TradFi stuff. Both and mainly algo. Yeah, I would say I think algo is still so early days. Like the whole DeFi ecosystem being built up around algo and all the money being plowed into it. I mean, I think algo's the amount of money being that's been invested in the algo's ecosystem is, in the billions between like Scaramucci, Arrington Capital, the borderless capital, all the big venture capital going into it. I mean, there's hardly any other ecosystems that have as much money that are currently being deployed and invested in. So I think once all of that money really gets put to work, then I think we'll really see the ecosystem really thrive. And I think that's how we break that top 10 and get to $3, maybe $4 or so in the future. But yeah, I think algo is still very very early days here. All right, we got 7 people in the chat. We got only 3 likes so far. Hit those likes if you could. If you want algo to get up to that 190 resistance level, that would be fantastic. Right now, getting a little sell pressure here, getting a lot of sell volume coming through, which you don't like to see, but not unheard of. We do see this a lot with algo at the end of the trading day. You see that pump and that dump, and that happens a lot with a lot of coins, especially ones that have been rising throughout the 24-hour period. $171 coming down here. I'm going to switch up my setup here a little bit. It is not very ergonomically friendly. I'm going to jump over to the other computer. Give me about 20 seconds to do that. All right, Oscar, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Follow us on Twitter for these live streams in the future. Have a good night there in London. We will see you the next time. Algo coming down here a little bit, 170-ish. Oh yeah, we got Jackal in the chat. Jackal, how you doing? Long time no see. It's been a minute since we did these streams here. Looks like we got about 8 in the chat and 3 likes. If you guys could smash up those likes, that would be fantastic. We got Algo struggling to stay above 170 here. We got all the way up there about to almost to 180, about 178. So looking pretty strong, especially compared to the rest of the market. The Algo Fine News is treating Algo very well, even though it was really just a $3 million incentive program, which you wouldn't think would be good for a however big 20% pump over the last 48 days, but we will take it, or 48 hours. Jackal, how are things going down in Texas? I bet your weather is a lot better than it is here in Nebraska. We got like 25 degrees. And it's supposed to snow tomorrow, which is just horse shit. Adam's looking pretty good, feeling a lot better. Those first 2 days of Omicron were brutal. Oh yeah, Jekyll had the cocoa. I'm like the only person I know who does not have COVID right now. Seems like everyone, especially on crypto Twitter, like everybody on crypto Twitter has COVID, and then just everyone I work with that's in LA, any big cities seems to have it right now. I'm in Omaha, not a whole lot. I don't know anyone in Omaha right now that has it, but everyone I know that doesn't live in Nebraska basically seems to have COVID right now. Jackal says he might even crack up a shiner. Nice. Or crack a shiner open. Nice work. Yeah, if you're feeling up to it. I just cracked open a Bud Light. Getting fancy around here with a Bud Light. 80 degrees on Christmas. I don't even want to hear that. That's terrible. Jeez Louise. Yeah, it was like 15 degrees here. So rough. So rough. But the cost of living, can't beat it. I was in New York City before this, and the cost of living in Nebraska is just so much better. But really looking to get out of here, especially with the horrendous winters. And really nothing to do here. Sorry, trying to get out of going out with a girlfriend tonight, so I can stay on the stream. So had to do some texting to get out of that. Alrighty, I'll go try to make a go of it here. Maddox trying to pop up there as well. Jackal said, set up my direct deposit on the Strike app today. Nice. Yeah, I did that too. Yeah, I even got my Twitter set up for Strike. That thing's pretty sweet. Yeah, I wonder what the implications of Jack Dorsey leaving Twitter is now, because it seems like Twitter is going so hard into like Bitcoin and crypto and NFTs and now that he's gone, I wonder if they're gonna keep pushing that envelope. But it was so cool that they're able to enable those like Bitcoin tips and everything they're doing with the Strike app. But yeah, that Jack Mahler, that guy is freaking a beast, even though he looks like he's 12 years old. So Jackal, so your direct deposit, so is that with work? You're set up to just be paid in Bitcoin, basically. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I tried to get my work to do that as well, but they're like, well, and I even work in crypto, and my company wouldn't do it. So our CEO is just like, he's like, I think you guys should buy Bitcoin, but we can't figure out how to do it, so just take your money and buy your Bitcoin. Jackal says, gonna do 20-week BTC DCA all the way. Nice. Yeah, I got that BlockFi card, and that's kind of how I look at my. I mean, I have like certain levels where I buy Bitcoin, but like just on automatically, I buy. I mean, I have that BlockFi thing, so every purchase I make, I get like 1.5% back in Bitcoin, which is pretty sweet. And that usually works out to be about at least like $50 a month or so. This month it was like $150 though, because frickin' Christmas. Harry says you misspelled pump. Yeah, that was on purpose. I think you're joking. Harry, nice NFT avatar though. Yeah, no, I know, on the title. Yeah, Pump. P-A-M-P. Pomp, like pomp. But yeah, it's misspelled on purpose. But yeah, it certainly is pumping. Well, not right now. Coming down a little bit to 172-ish. Harry, what kind of NFT avatar is that? That looks cool. I should put up the ALGO BTC pair, because that's probably even more impressive than USD, since BTC's been going down so much lately, and ALGO's been pumping. Alrighty. And this Bud Light is going down easy. Yeah, I'm thinking Algo, if we can just get Jackal's gonna BRB. Alrighty. Jackal's gonna go grab another shiner out of the fridge. Yeah, we've gone from 140 to over 170, I think. We can just catch a little green volume here, and we could easily get to that 190 level before the end of the week. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll have a lot of low volume tomorrow, and then throughout the weekend, which could be good or bad for Algo. So we'll see here, but lots of red volume, a lot of sell volume there in the last hour, which is kind of par for the course at the end of the day, or end of the trading day at least. Let me know if you guys are staking your algo on Yieldly or what you guys are up to. I'm looking to get more involved in the algo DeFi ecosystem here in 2022. Now that the tax year is about over and I can get into messy DeFi. Because I feel like by next year they'll probably even have a better way to track DeFi losses and gains and things. And yield and all those fun things. Anybody else out there with the Omicron? Jackal's got it, and a lot of other crypto people have the big O, or at least the Coco right now. Trying to avoid it. My friends are trying to get me to go out tonight, but all I want to do is stay home and trade crypto and stream. Not really looking to go out and get frickin' COVID. Jackal says started adding liquidity to the pools on TinyMan. Nice. I think Oscar was mentioning that earlier, that he's into TinyMan too. I think I'm gonna start doing that in January once the tax year gets over. What do you get for adding that liquidity to the TinyMan pools? And then, are you looking into AlgoFi too? Because I know like those AlgoFi incentives could be pretty sweet for the next month or two. I'm trying to figure out what the best place to go is. Jekyll says we all have a date with Omicron. Yeah, I'm just trying to put that hot date off for a while. Skewed Mind says Algo, but yeah, I would guarantee you I'm gonna start getting it here pretty soon, because in Omaha nobody cares. There's no mask, no nothing. It's just free country out here. So if it gets into Omaha, I'm definitely gonna get it. Skewed Mind says Algo wallet, you get the lowest staking percentage. Governance is going to lock up in a week. And TinyMan, Yieldly, AlgoFi. So Algo wallet, you get the lowest staking percentage, which I guess is probably like that 8% yield or whatever. Lock up in TinyMan, Yieldly, AlgoFi. Jackal, 0.25% per transaction. AlgoFi is where I got my stable ASA. I pulled it for TinyMan though. Oh, nice. So Skewed, you're in TinyMan too. Or Drew, you're in TinyMan. So TinyMan seems like the way to go. But Algo for stake, but you pulled it for TinyMan, gotcha. Yeah, starting in January, I'm gonna stake my Atom as well and get those Atom airdrops. I don't know if you guys stake Atom as well, but those airdrops sound pretty juicy. I don't know though. I feel like if I just keep drinking alcohol, then maybe the alcohol will make me not get Omicron. Sorry, I tried to text people to get me out of going out tonight. All right. I'm going to go run and grab myself another beer real quick. We got 8 people on the chat. If you could hit the likes, that would be fantastic. So we only got like 3 or 4 likes so far. All right, I am back. Oh boy. Alright. But yeah, I'm thinking 2022 could be a pretty good year for Algorand with all that money going into its ecosystem. So we'll see, but I think this could be the beginning of a good little run up here for Algorand. Because you wouldn't think you would get this big of a pump from just $3 million in incentive rewards. Jackal's enjoying a Shiner toasted amber. Ooh, that sounds really good. I'm having a Bud Light right now, but earlier I had a little cocktail from the bar downstairs. It was a hot chocolate mixed with tequila and some kind of grenadine or some kind of something or other. It was pretty delicious. So getting my New Year's Eve started a little early since I just realized I don't even have to work tomorrow. Didn't realize my company calls New Year's Eve an official day off, so pretty much loving that. Gotta love working in crypto. Yeah, Shiner's so good. That's at Austin Brewery or Austin Beer. But Shiner, that's like a big beer just across the country now. Like, we have that pretty much everywhere. I had that in LA and New York City. I think that used to be kind of like a cool local beer there in Texas, I think. Yeah, Jackal says, sounds like a good drink. Yeah, for sure. Especially on these freaking freezing nights here. A little hot cocoa with a kick. Jackal says he's on a Wuhan holiday. Nice. You got that bat magic going through your veins. So crazy. I think this freaking virus is gonna be with us forever. We're going on like 2 years now. Still dealing with it. ALGO is looking really weird right now, just trading completely sideways. Just like a pancake on the last 4 hours. Jackal, are you able to smell stuff? I've heard that's a big... My girlfriend had that where she couldn't smell anything. Like, she was in the bath one day and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't smell anything. It's like, oh, you have COVID. And she's like, oh, well, I gotta go get tested to find out if I have COVID. Like, when she got all ready for work, I'm like, don't go to work. You for sure have COVID. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, there's no other freaking thing in the world where you lose your smell and it's normal. Jackal says, speaking of bats, did you hear Ozzy is entering the NFT game? Yeah, I think it's like the bat NFT or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. He's doing his old money grab. Yeah, it's funny too that he had to like pretend like that he didn't actually bite the head off a bat because PETA was coming after him. It's like, oh no, it wasn't a bat. It was a plastic dead bat, or it was. First he said it was a dead bat that had already been dead, and then he bit the head off, and then they still were like, that's terrible. He's like, no, I mean like it was like a plastic bat that I bit the head off a plastic bat. but good for him getting into the crypto game. Might as well. I mean, a guy like that's probably not really monetizing his audience anymore. Jackal says he just had the chills, fever, and exhausted. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Although I had chills, fever, and I was exhausted. Like, I mean, pretty much my whole life. But like I had that maybe a month ago. And I was thinking that might be COVID, but I never lost my smell. So, but I guess you don't necessarily have to lose your smell to have had it. But then I also got tested, and I was negative. But also that could have just been like a false negative or whatever. And then my girlfriend had the same thing. She tested negative twice, so we pretty much figured we didn't have it. But maybe that was what that was, because that's literally what I had was chills and a fever, and I was exhausted for a few days. But also, I never got my flu vaccine, so it could have been that too. As I cough. All right, we got 8 people in the chat. Hit the likes if you could. Hit the likes if you're pretty pumped for the Algorand Pump here. Algorand making every other coin look like fools in the last 48 hours. Just demolishing Bitcoin on the ALGO BTC chart, which I should have up here. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. If you look at ALGO versus BTC. Gotta look pretty solid. Jesus, Adam's looking really good too all of a sudden. Algo to BTC. Pretty strong there. The Algo to BTC chart. Jekyll says, my wife probably has it now, but she works in the ER, so she is around it all day. Oh, yeah. Is she a nurse or is she a doctor? Much better off having an Algo than BTC in the last few days. Yeah, I'm sure it's like rampant right now in the ERs. Oh, admissions, gotcha. Will the circulating supply ever decrease? Circulating probably won't decrease. There's a possibility that they'll do, burns or something in the future, but circulating probably will only increase at this point. Falcon says it would be dope to be under 1 billion. Yeah, I would say probably not decrease. They have a pretty low inflation schedule, but yeah, I wouldn't see the circulating supply decreasing unless they do like a token buyback, kind of like what Yearn's doing right now, where they buy back their own coin and either burn it or so if they bought back the coin and burn it or had some kind of burn mechanism in the future, then the circulating supply could decrease. But I definitely wouldn't, count that out, because so many protocols are doing that now. Like Terra's got a big burn going as well, as a way to like kind of decrease the supply. Cody says the AlgoFi guys said they anticipate 1 billion supply cap. Nice, nice. How much is AlgoFi right now? The token is that it's got to be like within the. Falcon Azul says that's when we will see a huge price increase. And Cody, AlgoFi guy said 1 billion supply cap for Algorand or AlgoFi? I imagine you're talking AlgoFi. Oh, they don't have a token yet. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Cody says AlgoFi will release bank tokens soon. Oh, so AlgoFi that's a cool symbol, BANK. I can't believe that hasn't been taken yet though. That's crazy. Like no one in DeFi has taken $ BANK yet. Cody says it'll be similar to Aave. Nice, nice. Yeah, I loaded up on some more Aave this week too, or last week, 2 weeks ago, when Aave went down a whole bunch. Yeah, Aave's been like one of my biggest gainers over the last couple weeks. It's finally starting to rebound. So gotcha. So AlgoFi will kind of be like the Aave for the Algorand ecosystem. That's cool. And then do you guys get AlgoFi? Because I'm going to start staking, but like, do you get AlgoFi for staking the algo? Like, I imagine you guys are getting AlgoFi probably as an airdrop. Oh, gotcha. So bank will be released for borrowers and lenders, Cody says. Very cool. Yeah, I can't wait to get more into the DeFi ecosystem this year.
Cody says you'll be able to use GoBTC to stake on AlgoFi, letting us earn passive rewards for providing BTC. Same with GoETH and Algorand. Oh, nice. So that'll be like wrapped ETH or wrapped Bitcoin. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I gotta get into that. I think Cody says go BTC is an ASA. Very cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the big boys getting into the Algorand ecosystem and providing that big liquidity. Because you gotta think that's coming within the next few months too. The same way it did for Terra and Solana and Avalanche. It's like once those ecosystems get built up and there's solid liquidity incentives, then those things start pumping, or at least those layer ones with strong DeFi ecosystems start pumping. I mean, Near's trying to do that right now, but I don't think Near is nearly as strong as Algorand's ecosystem. Falcon Azul says, what coins do you expect to have a Luna-like pump for 2022? And then Cody says, it would be interesting to see if AlgoFi will let us stake our Lofty AI Algorand real estate tokens. Oh yeah, that'd be cool too. But yeah, what coins do I expect to have a Luna-like pump for 2022? Tough to say. I'm still really bullish on REN, the REN token. I think that could have a huge surge into 2022 because that's still only about $570 million in market cap, and I think interoperability is going to be huge next year. So I think coins like REN that make interoperability really powerful can be a big part of 2022. I think Atom and that whole ecosystem will be huge. I think you could also see a lot of the tokens that are associated with Algorand, Cosmos. I think ALGO, Cosmos probably have the biggest potential for 2022. And then a lot of the coins that are in those ecosystems. I'm thinking, maybe some of the smaller kind of NFT plays that haven't really popped off yet, like the Rareables of the world could be interesting. I think some of the gaming metaverse stuff that's come down quite a bit or is getting ready to go could be big. Even like, you know, the Gods Unchained types could be, you know, big runners for next year. I think Gods Unchained's market cap right now is only about 100 million. Fully diluted is pretty big, but I think putting a few of those, you know, GameFi bets out there could be big into 2022, because if one of those really pops off, one of those play to earn titles, then that could be, you know, kind of a big Axie type winner. I think I would bet a layer one that people aren't even thinking about, like a Cadena or even like an EOS could be weirdly big in next year. One of those layer ones that people have either forgotten about or, you know, are just not putting a whole lot of weight into. Could have like a Luna-like run. If EOS is able to figure out their treasury issues and their team issues, I think they could have a really good run. Something weird like an ICP could have a good run too, if they're able to scale everything out. I would keep my eye on interoperability and layer one stuff, and there's probably a category that, you know, we're not even thinking about yet that's gonna be huge in 2022. And I think DeFi too, if they can figure out the tokenomics the way that Yearn is. I think, you know, Yearn, you know, potentially could really surge next year with their buybacks, but I think everyone in DeFi is probably going to get on the Yearn train and start doing their own buybacks. So I think that'll be good for DeFi in general. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like some kind of out there tokens that I think like Spell could be interesting next year. Tribe could be interesting on the DeFi side of things, on the lower kind of low cappers. I think Curve could be big. I mean, Curve right now is literally the biggest DeFi protocol, but its market cap still isn't that big compared to its TVL. And then I bet something will completely come out of the woodwork that no one's even thinking about, you know, that will just completely take over everything. Jekyll says, I may jump in on that Lofty AI this year. I always check their properties that go on the market, just haven't taken that plunge yet. Yeah, Lofty AI is pretty amazing. The amount of like traction they've gotten on real estate so far. And I mean, that could be huge, that kind of shared real estate investment. But yeah, it's pretty amazing the amount of properties they've been able to, you know, get on board. Glitter Finance Bridge looks interesting. I don't even know what Glitter Finance is. That's one I gotta take a look at. I'd say Theta Arena is another one that could be interesting. I think it's the THC and THG coins. I think potentially that could be like the Axie Infinity of 2022. I already got my nephews playing that game. It's kind of like the free play to earn game that you don't have to, you know, stake Axies or whatever for. You can just jump in and start playing. And I think it's already got like a million players now. But I think that could potentially be a big winner next year. Jekyll says Glitter's a finance bridge for strippers. Cody says glitter is built on Algorand and promises bridges to Solana and Polygon. Oh, nice. That's good. Yeah, I would say like those kind of bridging interoperability type plays could be really big into 2022. So if you're kind of like the big interoperability bridge layer for Algorand, I think that could be very bullish. So yeah, I'll have to check out that glitter protocol or glitter finance. I think Ribbon could be a big winner next year too. Ribbon, RBN, Ribbon Finance on the DeFi side, and then weirdly, I think like Zcash could have a good year in 2022 because that thing's just gotten beat up to hell, and I think privacy is going to be a big issue next year, and so many whales hold Zcash that I think that could have a pretty solid year, even though it's, you know, definitely a dino coin that really hasn't moved very much, but I think that could certainly make a move next year. Jackal, are you doing anything big for New Year's? Are you and the wife staying home? Just staying home, nice. Yeah, I wish I could stay home. I'm probably gonna have to go out even tonight because my girlfriend and my friends wanting to meet up at a bar to play shuffleboard. They have like a shitty dive bar called Deja Vu here. It's like a trucker like biker bar, and they have a shuffleboard, and everybody just loves playing shuffleboard here because there's nothing else to do. But yeah, I think we might end up just staying home because we're afraid of getting COVID, but But you'll probably just go to, there's like a little like steakhouse by our house, or by our neighborhood, that I'll probably just go to and have a steak and some wine, and then probably head home. But yeah, I'm too old for the New Year's festivities.
Alright, Algo's holding steady at 174 here. Trying to break that resistance. Can't really get above it. It was nice in the last hour we really spiked up to almost 180. We were really struggling to stay above there, and we still have the pesky sell arrow from the 12 o'clock hour there. See if we can catch a bid here and get above that 175 line. I think we need to stay above there for at least a candle or two to have a shot of that 190 by this time tomorrow. There we go, breaking above 175. Oh, as I speak, we get the green. Oh man, we had the green arrow. Now we don't have the green arrow. And I just put my shirt on backwards. Man. Alright, there we go. Put my shirt back on the right way. We're up above 175. Looking strong. Pretty annoyed because now I have to go out play shuffleboard. Was trying to avoid that this evening. Wanted to do an all-night stream here. We're at 175 though. We're looking pretty good. Might try to do a stream tomorrow, but at least I'm gonna get a podcast or an episode out tomorrow. So hit me up on Twitter if you guys have any coins you guys want me to check out or do a review of tomorrow. Because tomorrow I might just do kind of like a whatever the community wants to see reviewed on the next episode. But yeah, I'm gonna head out here. Jackal, you have a good evening. I'll see you on Twitter. Hope you feel better. Sorry you got the Omi bug there. But yeah, be on the lookout for an episode tomorrow, and then yeah, just hit me on Twitter. In the meantime, Jackal says be safe. I'm gonna try to stay away from all the riffraff out here in Nebraska. But we will see. But yeah, you guys have a good evening. Have a good New Year's Eve, and I will see you guys on the next stream and see you on Twitter. But yeah, go follow me on Twitter, and then I'll hit you up when we're doing the live streams.